Hello everyone, welcome to VCIA training course. In the previous few classes, we have already introduced some knowledge about network and PON basic. I believe everyone has some understanding of lesson. Today's course is to introduce the products and solutions of VSOL, so that everyone can know which products our company has and how to use them in different scenarios. Now, let's start today's course. Today's lesson is mainly divided into two parts. The first part introduces the products of VSOL, which will briefly introduce all the products and separately introduce some of the main products. The second part introduces solutions, which will present different application solutions in different environments to meet the different needs of each customer. Now let's start the first part of the course, Product Introduction. As you are aware, we are a PON device manufacturer and have many products mainly categorized as ONU or ONT include XPON, XGPON, SGPON ONU. OLT include EPON, GPON, XGPON, Combo PON OLT. Wi-Fi router include Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6 router. Switch include Layer 2 and Layer 3 switch. CPE include 4G and 5G CPE. And EDFA series product. Let's first take a look at the VSOL ONU or ONT product. The first line is 10 GPON or Wi-Fi 6 ONU, HG3110AX or V2904AX is 10G EPON asymmetric/XGS PON device. This is an HGU that can provide up to 10 Gbps of bandwidth for both upload and download. The Ethernet port can support 2.5 Gbps bandwidth, and equipped with Wi-Fi 6, it provides a connection speed of 3000 Mbps, 5G connection speed of 2.4 Gbps, 2.4 grams connection speed of 576 Mbps. The network port and Wi-Fi both provide ultra-large bandwidth, making it a good choice for high bandwidth requirements. HG3120AX or V2905AX. The additional model HG3120AX has one more POTS port, and the XPON ONU HG323AX is Wi-Fi 6. We also have ONU V2905H and V2902A that can be switched to HGU or SFU. The second line is the Wi-Fi 5 ONU, which is also the most popular ONU. It mainly has the XPON plus 2Go plus 1 POTS confirmation, which is suitable for ordinary households with moderate bandwidth requirements, voice service needs, and can integrate CATV services. The third row is the Wi-Fi 4 ONU, which is a recommended device for small home users. It only has 2.4G Wi-Fi and mainly has 1 to 2 network ports, which is economical and affordable. The fourth row is CATV integrated ONU. The number of main network ports in this row is only 1 to 2, but there is CATV interface. Those who do not have high requirements for Wi-Fi and need CATV to watch TV can choose this option. The fifth line is the ONU that can support PoE power supply. The number of ONU ports is 1, 4, or 8, which is mainly suitable for environments where there is no mains power supply. The PoE ONU is powered through network cables. The last line is SFU ONU, which mainly provides 1 or 4 network ports for customers who mainly use single internet access or multicast services, or can expand the network environment by connecting routers or switches through SFU. This page mainly introduces VSOL's OLT products, which can be seen from this picture, mainly divided into 10 GPON OLT and EPON OLT. At present, there is only one 10G EPON OLT V3600D8, which provides 8 10G EPON interfaces and can support up to 100 Gbps uplink. In addition, there are two 10G GPON OLTs, which are 8 PON ports and 2 PON ports devices. A single PON port of a 10G PON OLT can provide 256 ONU connection and can provide high bandwidth requirements at 100 Gbps uplink input. The V1600D series OLT can support EPON OLT with routing function, and there are 4, 8, and 16 PON port device options available. The uplink supports 10 Gbps input. The corresponding V1600G series OLT also offers 2, 4, 8, and 16 PON port options. The outdoor OLT has been extended according to the 8-port GPON OLT, providing 8 PON ports and integrated EDFA. In addition, we also have options for Layer 2 OLTs, including 1, 2, and 4-port OLTs, and 1 PON port GPON OLT that can provide services to small hotels. It has built-in optical modules and does not require additional modules to be inserted. The EPON OLT with 2 to 4 PON ports can be used in small networks without routing functionality. This page mainly introduces Wi-Fi routers. Currently, the routing models are divided into Wi-Fi 5 routers and Wi-Fi 6 routers. All routers support mesh function, and Wi-Fi performance options include AC 1200, EX 1500, and AX 3000. The HG3610ACM is the only Wi-Fi 5 router that provides one WAN port and one FE port, with Wi-Fi connection speed of 1200 Mbps. We have 3 types of Wi-Fi 6 routers. The HG5020 series offers 3 or 4 GA ports, and the Wi-Fi performance of the AX1500. If you require high Wi-Fi speed, you can choose the HG5033 series router. Compared to the HG5020 series, it provides high Wi-Fi bandwidth of AX 3000 and can also ensure high speed through Wi-Fi. In addition, if not only Wi-Fi is required to provide high speed, but there is also a certain demand for Ethernet ports, HG5063 not only provides Wi-Fi AX 3000 high bandwidth, but also provides one 2.5 GA port. Using this device can achieve no waste of internet bandwidth. This page mainly introduces VSOL switches, which are generally divided into Layer 2 and Layer 3 switches. The Layer 3 switch V5828 provides 24 10 GA ports and 4 100 GE ports, which can guarantee high flow ports and is suitable as a data center switch. In addition, the Layer 3 switch provides 24 to 48 GE ports and 6 to 8 10 GE ports, which can be used as an L3 Ethernet switch. The remaining are Layer 2 switches, which can be managed or not, providing simple business transparency or PoE port power supply, and can be applied in some small camera environments. This page introduces CPE products, which are mainly divided into 4G CPE and 5G CPE. Through the PPT, we can see that we have multiple CPE devices with two main shapes: a box shape, a barrel shape, and a mobile hotspot. You can take this device around and experience the internet anytime and anywhere, making it very suitable for travel. This page introduces EDFA devices. Currently, we have two type optical transmitters, one EDFA amplifier, and two CATV receivers. Next, let's give a detailed introduction to the main equipment of VSOL. At present, the main EPON OLT is the V1600D series, which is mainly divided into 4, 8, and 16 ports for selection. VSOL V1600D is a 1U height, 19-inch rack mount product. The features of the OLT are small, convenient, flexible, easy to deploy, and high performance. It is appropriate to be deployed in a compact room environment. The OLT can be used for triple play, VPN, IP camera, enterprise LAN, and Internet Service Provider applications. Each PON port can connect 64 ONTs with upstream and downstream bandwidth of 1.25 Gbps. The uplink port provides 10 Gbps uplink and downlink access. Support WebGUI and cloud remote management, very convenient and user-friendly. It can support Layer 3, RIP, or OSPF. The entire series supports IPv4 and IPv6. This is currently the main GPON series OLT of VSOL, which is mainly divided into 4, 8, and 16 ports for selection. VSOL GPON OLT series products include for 8/16 GPON ports, which are flexible, compact, and quickly deployed fixed network optical access GPON OLT devices. Mainly used in non-dense coverage areas, remote areas, industrial parks, commercial buildings, and mobile backbone scenarios. Each PON port can connect 128 ONTs with upstream bandwidth of 1.25 Gbps and downstream bandwidth of 2.5 Gbps. The uplink port provides 10 Gbps uplink and downlink access. Supports WebGUI and cloud remote management, making it very convenient and easy to use. It can support Layer 3, RIP, or OSPF. The entire series OLT supports IPv4 and IPv6. In addition to the EPON, GPON OLT mentioned above, there are also 10G EPON and 10G GPON OLT of VSOL. Compared to EPON OLT, 10G EPON OLT provides higher bandwidth for ONU users, with each PON port supporting 10 Gbps downlink and uplink. More ONTs can be connected, that each PON port supports 256 ONU access. Higher incoming bandwidth is provided, with uplink access up to 100 Gbps. There are a total of 3 modes of 10G EPON OLT. EPON mode, both uplink and downlink, are 1.25 Gbps. 10G EPON asymmetric mode, downlink 10 Gbps, uplink 1.25 Gbps. 10G EPON symmetrical mode, both uplink and downlink 10 Gbps. All 3 modes of ONU can be connected to OLT simultaneously, making it convenient to upgrade from EPON to 10G EPON, maintain the current EPON ONU that customers are accessing, and add 10G ONU to users with high bandwidth requirements, achieving smooth switching. In addition, we also have 10G GPON OLT. Compared to GPON OLT, PON port bandwidth supports 10G downlink. Each PON port supports 256 ONU access, and uplink can access 100 Gbps. The default mode is to support asymmetric XGPON uplink 2.5 Gbps, downlink 10 Gbps, and symmetric XGPON uplink and downlink at 10 Gbps simultaneously. You can also switch to GPON mode by command, and after switching, only GPON ONU can be accessed. The 10G GPON OLT 10G and 2.5G ONU introduced on the previous page cannot be connected simultaneously. The 10G GPON OLT introduced now supports combo mode, which means that in default mode, 10 GPON ONU and 2.5G GPON ONU coexist, and GPON OLT can smoothly switch to 10G GPON OLT. This device is equivalent to 1V3600G1 and 1V1600G1B, and connecting combo SFP plus PON model can achieve ONU connection compatibility. Through the flowchart, it can be seen that 10G PON and 2.5G ONU use different wavelengths and logical channels, respectively. VSOL also has a lightweight and compact single-port GPON OLT. This device is compact and easy to use, allowing for easy placement without the need for a rack. It also provides a PON port, supports 128 ONU access, and comes with a built-in BOSA interface of PON, eliminating the need for additional PON modules. Providing 10 Gbps uplink access is very suitable for small networks such as hotels, small apartments, etc. The Chassis OLT is VSOL's latest OLT product, including two device models, V5600X2 2-slot combo PON chassis OLT, and V5600X7 7-slot combo PON chassis OLT. They support the access of 2 and 7 services cards, respectively. The service card can be connected to GPON cards and combo cards. The V5600X2 can support up to 4,096 users, and the V5600X7 can support up to 14,336 users, both of which can support 100 Gbps uplink port access. Provide a multi-user high-bandwidth user experience, simultaneously supporting dual controller cards and dual power supply design, increasing equipment stability and reliability. VSOL's Wi-Fi 6 ONU mainly includes XPON HG325AX or V2804AX, 10 GPON HG3110AX, or V2904AX. Among them, HG325AX can provide AX1500, AX1800, and AX3000. Wi-Fi MU-MIMO 2.4 grams and 5G receive and send separately, bullet in FEM's stronger signal. HG3110AX is a high-performance device that only provide with AX3000 Wi-Fi. By comparing Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6, it can be seen from the pictures that the Wi-Fi connection speed has increased by 155%, and the power consumption of Wi-Fi 6 is only 70% of that of Wi-Fi 5, which is lower in power consumption and faster in speed. VSOL's main routers, HG5033 and HG5020, support Wi-Fi 6 and use Realtek or MTK chips. They support IPv4, IPv6 dual stack, 2.4 grams 5G MU-MIMO, and provide a high-speed Wi-Fi experience. HG5033 provides a speed up to 3000 Mbps, with significantly improved Wi-Fi coverage compared to Wi-Fi 5. It supports WPA3 encryption mode and provides a more secure Internet environment. By default, band steering auto-change to 2.4/5G Wi-Fi signal is enabled, automatically selecting a faster Internet in a different interference. VSOL has so many OLTs and ONUs. How do we manage devices? VSOL has developed Cloud EMS to manage OLTs through SNMP protocol. It can uniformly manage over 2,000 OLTs and perform batch configuration management of OLTs. It is a good centralized management platform for medium and large service providers. This management platform supports Windows, Linux systems, and mobile app management. There is also the TR069 VAX management platform. Same as the other TR069 management platforms, directly manages and configures ONU and also supports Windows and Linux systems. The VAX can control third-party ONU, and there is no limit on the number of connected devices. We also a VCCM platform, a software specifically designed for managing Wi-Fi, which uses the MQTT protocol. Currently, the system is installed through a mobile app. The three management platforms of the introduction on the previous page are independent, while the following will introduce the cloud management platform that combines the three management platforms together. This system integrates SNMP, TR069, and MQTT together, and can manage all VSOL OLT services, or third-party OLTs can connect to VSOL ONUs. Through this platform's TR069, ONUs can be directly managed, making it more convenient to manage when using ONU or OLT from different vendors. This platform recommends deploying to cloud servers for public network management. If users do not have resources, they can deploy servers to the internal network and install and deploy according to their own needs. At present, this platform can only be installed on Linux systems. VSR software is a mobile app for router management. When users use a VSOL router, they install the VSR app on their phone, connect to the router Wi-Fi, and open the app for management. After entering the app, you can configure the topology of routers, such as mesh, view the current network status, and manage the control settings of the current router. Convenient for managing routers, especially in mesh environments. This mobile app has been certified and can be searched, installed, and used in the Apple or Android app markets. VSOL has specially launched a customized system VTSM to meet customer software requirements. After applying for an account, users can log into this system, configure it according to their own needs, and then generate a customer version to complete version customization. This system can customize requirements such as logo, web menu, and login information. When you get requirement from the customers, you do not inform VSOL, just log in the VTSM system and DIY firmware. Users can access the system at all times to customize software versions, saving time and quickly providing users with versions. The previous section mainly introduced all VSOL products and the main product models. After learning about PON devices, do you know how to apply them? In this section, we will introduce successful solution cases that have been implemented. You can learn about the scenarios in which you can choose to use PON devices. The first to introduce is the all-optical network business solution. In this environment, service providers offer IPTV, Internet, VoIP, and CATV services. We choose V1600GXOLT as the business input, and the three types of services are distinguished using different VLA. The CATV service transmits CATV signals through V8610TE and outputs them through the OLT PON port on V8616W EDFA for combining. The CATV signals are then sent to the ONU along with other Internet services. End users include home users, who can receive Internet services and perform IPTV multicast services using the HG323 ACTONU. They can also open Wi-Fi to provide network access to wireless devices, whether it's computers, televisions, or mobile phones. Some televisions also play scenes through the CATV interface. In addition, for some home environments that require Wi-Fi coverage, an HG5033 mesh router should be added to achieve Wi-Fi signal coverage at any location inside the house. For those who need to install cameras at home, they can use ICT3310 DPS to provide PoE power. Some households that require high bandwidth can use V2802RH, which provides a 2.5 Gbps network interface. In addition, on the OLT, the device is equipped with an in-band management IP, allowing the public network to manage the OLT and ONU through the VSOL management platform. This is a POF application scenario that uses AC to uniformly control the APs in an office. It requires the use of one V1600 GSOLT and several APs for wireless network coverage. And all APs are managed through the AC integrated into the OLT. The advantage of using POF is that the POF cable has a built-in power supply line. And after connecting the PON port of the AP, it can be powered on without the need to reinstall the wires. AP is mainly used for wireless coverage and supports wireless mesh between APs. After installing a sufficient number, it can cover the entire office without the need to reconnect to Wi-Fi. AP devices also provide a cable interface, which can be connected to the computer or TV for Internet access. This is the VSOL FTTH solution, which means fiber to home. For ordinary household users, they generally only need IPTV, Internet, and VoIP services. Choose V1600XOLT as the service access and place one ONU per household user. The selection of ONU is provided according to customer needs. For users who need aesthetics, they can choose the HG322P embedded in the wall, paired with the HG5033 router, to fully cover the entire house Wi-Fi signal and enjoy Internet services no matter where they are. Some households require monitoring installation and ICT3110 DPS can be installed. This ONU can provide PoE power to the camera, and the installation of the camera does not require power. The camera can be powered through a network cable. Some families have a demand for voice services and can choose the HG325AX with voice services, which not only provides powerful Wi-Fi performance, but also offers voice services. This is the VSOL FTTO solution, which means fiber to office. In an office environment, there is generally no need for excessive business, and there is no high demand for network management. Simple use and maintenance are highly valued. Here we can choose V1600GS-032 OLT, which preset a PON port and does not require an additional optical module. It also has a built-in 32 splitter, allowing for direct fiber optic connection to each room. OLT is relatively compact and does not require rack placement. It can be directly managed through OLT Web. OLT supports plug-and-play without excessive configuration, making it very suitable for small networks like offices. This is the VSOL FTTB solution, which means fiber to building. The demand for office buildings is diverse, with some rooms having a high demand for business and others having a low demand for business. We can choose to place a V1600G1B in the building's data center, with a maximum support of 128 splitters and 1 ONU per fiber optic cable reaching the room. For rooms with low business requirements, we can choose to connect to HG323DAC ONU, which can provide customers with basic network and Wi-Fi coverage needs. We can further expand the network environment for rooms with high network requirements. Connect a small OLT V1600GS under the ONU in this room, and use the PON port under this V1600GS to provide street ONU where the room needs them, so that the entire room's network can be covered. This allows for compatibility with different network requirements within the same building. This is a solution for Wi-Fi mesh coverage. This plan is aimed at users who have a high demand for Wi-Fi coverage. Because this requirement also requires relatively high bandwidth requirements. Through 10 GPON OLT, 10G ONU HG3110AX is connected to provide high bandwidth input. ONU serves as the main router, and 2 or 3 HG5033 routers are added to mesh with HG3110AX, covering the entire room with Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi 6 wireless router with wireless rate up to 3000 Mbps. Maximum support for 6 devices to form a mesh network. Mesh network supports wired backhaul and wireless backhaul. Supports seamless roaming function, automatically switching routers according to signal strength. VSOL Wi-Fi 6 router supports dual band 2.4 grams and 5G. This is the VSOL FTTP solution, which means fiber to station. There are various service access points, including VOD, IPPBX, AC, Internet, video, surveillance, and other businesses. These services all require the network as the foundation, transmitting different services to different scenarios through the network. This environment has certain requirements for network redundancy, and the business cannot be disconnected for a long time. Two GPON OLTs have been selected for Type B redundancy network protection. When one OLT loses power or is abnormal, it will actively switch to the other OLT to ensure the continuity of OLT services. CATV services are also combined with PON through an optical transmitter via EDFA and connected to HG323ACT for input to dormitory. In addition, for offices that do not require CATV, HG322P can be selected, which can provide network and voice services. The conference room can choose ICT3310PS, which can provide network for computers, use IP phones, and connect to wireless AP for network coverage. V2808-8 grams LPSA can be connected outdoors, and outdoor cameras do not need to be connected to a power source. Provide power through Ethernet cables, ensuring safety and cost savings. The POL of VSOL Tech adopts the GPON solution architecture. The OLT is the aggregation network element, and it is deployed in the core computer room. From the core computer room to the users, the middle layer adopts a passive optical splitter, which does not require independent computer room deployment and power supply. The ONT is close to users and is connected to users through a copper wire. In response to the needs of campus network construction, VSOL Tech thinks about the high population density of campus. Thus, VSOL has deployed high-tech and cost-effective OLT equipment V1600G2B or V1600G1B, which can achieve the function of access and aggregation in the core computer room. With a passive ODN network, VSOL helps the campus complete network coverage from fiber to the desktop, different kinds of access terminals ONU, ICT3310 etc. These meet users' access demand for high-speed internet, IPTV, etc., and can also make it possible to achieve video surveillance, campus smart cards, and other services. To help teachers and students experience unobstructed wireless internet access, VSOL makes cooperation with system integrators and China Mobile and adopts the solution of ONU external AP that supports PoE power supply. To provide flexible billing methods such as Portal, WeChat, and authentication payment of SMS multi-dimensional access. SharpEye's program is also called the Safe City Program, which is based on the Comprehensive Management Center at the county, township, and village levels as the command platform. It's supported by comprehensive management information based on grid management, focused on the application of public security video surveillance networking. Through the construction of a 3-level comprehensive management center to extend the security measures to the masses. Social forces and the general public are mobilized to monitor video surveillance and participate in risk prevention and control of public security to achieve full coverage and no dead ends in risks prevention and control. As shown in the figure, the SharpEye's project is divided into a central management platform and a front-end data collection layer. The front-end data collection layer includes a video surveillance subsystem, vehicle or personal entrance or exit subsystem, intelligent entrance guard subsystem, face or vehicle capture subsystem, alarm joint defense subsystem, etc., which are connected to the upper-level platform through the integrated interface. The construction of the SharpEye's project mainly revolves around the construction of integrated interfaces and upper-level platforms. Among them, the integration interface is responsible for connecting each existing public monitoring subsystem to the upper-level platform. Through VSOL text PON transmission solution and the tunneling protocol (VPN) function of fiber optic broadband developed specifically for the Sharp Eyes project, the original public video subsystem can be connected to the central platform through simple configuration to achieve the collection of grassroots data. There is a feature called one room with multiple cables in traditional hotels, which refers to many copper cables in a room. In general, there are many network equipment systems in hotel rooms with complicated deployment, bringing so much burden to weak current engineers. And this problem has not been well solved. At the same, too many cables and equipment are used, and it turns to be more complicated to the process of pre-wiring and post-maintenance. With the depth of the Internet Plus, the popularity of intelligence has begun to be applied in hotels. And the concept of smart hotels has attracted more and more attention from young consumer groups, the main consumer group of the day. How can hoteliers let guests enjoy the hotel's high-quality services comfortably? Smart hotels related applications and the experience of visiting matter a lot. The construction of a hotel's network upgrade is the basis for the good development of hotel services, and it is also a key factor for hotels' business expansion. POL, Passive Optical Law, a new type of local area networking method based on PON technology, makes the network structure flatter and more concise by optimizing the basic wiring and network structure of the law, and inherits the advantages of the PON network such as large bandwidth, high reliability, flatness, easy deployment, and easy management at the same time. POL network can uniformly carry broadband, voice, video, Wi-Fi, CATV, office, and other services without the need for a complicated copper cable layout. Its advantage is extremely simplified, with one room with one fiber, one machine for multiple uses, and one network for multiple functions. The emergency telephone system and tunnel broadcast system are dedicated systems to provide emergency assistance to those who seek help, which can also provide road emergency communication services when an accident occurs in a tunnel or a vehicle breaks down. At the same time, it is also the main tool for the monitoring system to collect information on vehicle breakdowns and accidents on the road and to monitor road operations. The emergency telephone is the main component of the information collected in the tunnel operation management system if traffic abnormalities and major accidents occur in the tunnel. The traffic personnel can quickly notify the tunnel manager through the emergency telephone and request rescue, so that the tunnel manager can quickly carry out troubleshooting actions as below. View the scene through the tunnel camera and command the rescue work through broadcasts. In order to improve the reliability of the system, this system adopts PON optical fiber transmission technology, which merges the emergency telephone system and the tunnel broadcast system into one system, sharing a set of main control machines. This is a relatively new solution. Many of the previous solutions were planned in traditional PON networks, but now customers have increasingly higher bandwidth requirements for the network, so it forces upgrading and transforming the existing PON network. We certainly hope to complete network updates and transformations with minimal changes to the environment. Here we can replace OLT with V3600G1C, which can simultaneously connect GPON ONU and XPON ONU, achieving coexistence of old and new devices, and adding new users with new requirements without changing the original user situation. This is solution for self-protection of VSOL OLT and ONU products. Many customers have used VSOL's OLT, but the original VSOL ONU has been replaced by other users. In order to bind OLT with ONU, we are considering this solution. OLT enables the lock function. When the ONU is connected, OLT will ask the ONU to obtain the key. OLT will compare the key returned by the ONU. Only if the key is correct can the ONU be launched. If the key is not correct, OLT will block the ONU, and ONU needs to upgrade the corresponding lock version to take effect. If one of the OLT and ONU does not match the key, it will not be able to connect. Even upgrading the lock version of ONU cannot connect to other OLT devices. The purpose of binding OLT with ONU has been achieved: protect ISP assets. The main purpose of today's course is to help everyone understand what VSOL products are available and what scenarios they can be applied in, providing some reference for everyone. That's all for this course. Thank you for your attention and listening.